The businessman Jesús Vizcarra is once again under scrutiny. The owner of Scrutiny is reportedly considering selling his company in a multi-million-dollar deal, right after the U.S. justice system sentenced Ismael Zambada, a figure with whom his name has been linked for years. In this video, I'll tell you about the possible sale of the company and the allegations that have linked the businessman to the criminal leader. Jesús Vizcarra, owner of Scrutiny, one of the most important meat companies in Mexico, is reportedly considering selling the company for an amount that could exceed $2 billion. To carry out this process, the businessman has financial advisory support from international banks such as Rabobank and BBVA. However, people familiar with the process say that for now, the talks are still in an evaluation stage. Now, what especially drew attention is that the possible sale of Scrutiny comes just 2 weeks after a sentence was handed down against Ismael Zambada in the United States. And the connection between Vizcarra and Zambada has been under scrutiny since 2009, when a photograph was made public showing the businessman alongside the co-founder of the Sinaloa criminal group at a religious celebration at the Puerto Rico ranch in Culiacan, owned by the Capo. At that time, Sergio Morales, commercial director of his meat company, came to his boss's defense and explained that there were many people at the event, so Jesus's presence would have been merely coincidental. However, the accusations don't end there. Years later, Vizcarra was back in the public eye after Sinaloa's governor on leave, Rubén Rocha Moya, admitted to having traveled on a private plane belonging to the businessman on the same day Zambada was captured. Thus, after that incident, there were speculations about a possible collaboration between the owner of Scrutiny and the government in the arrest of Ismael. However, so far, there is no conclusive evidence to support that version. In response to these accusations, the businessman has reiterated on several occasions that neither he nor his companies have received funding from illicit sources. He also noted his friendship with Rocha Moya began when the Morena politician was rector of the Autonomous University of Sinaloa, and he was president of the Civil Hospital of Culiacan board. Meanwhile, in this context, it's worth finding out who this businessman really is and how he built his career. Jesús Vizcarra was born in Culiacan, Sinaloa, into a family dedicated to cattle ranching. He trained professionally as a veterinarian, specializing in animal science, and also studied agronomy, knowledge that he later applied to industrialize the family business. In the political sphere, he was a member of the PRI and held positions such as Federal Deputy and Secretary of Economic Development of Sinaloa. Additionally, in 2010, he ran for governor, although he lost the election to Mario Lopez Valdez. However, it was in the private sector where Vizcarra consolidated his business career. He promoted the growth of Scrutiny, a company founded in 1969 by his parents, turning it into an agro-industrial giant with an international presence, and his business ventures did not end there. In 2003, he founded Salud Digna, an institution focused on offering medical laboratory services at affordable prices. What do you think about this? Do you believe that the possible sale of Scrutiny is purely a business decision? Or could it be related to the allegations that have surrounded Jesús Vizcarra? Share your thoughts in the comments. And if you enjoyed this video, please like, subscribe, and enable notifications.